Alright, hi everyone. If you don't know what we're doing today, we're going to be doing Am I the Asshole? If you have no idea what this is, it's basically a subreddit called Am I the Asshole, where people post stories and just kind of, I guess, want advice in a way, or just to see, are they the asshole or are they not the asshole, and kind of random stories here and there. So I picked some out that are music related because we're a music stream. They're not as juicy as the regular Am I the Asshole ones, but they're music related. There's lots of comments on these. I haven't fully read through all of them, just kind of briefly took a few notes. I'm like, okay, we can do this. All right, so this is the first Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for saying that my girlfriend's music isn't that special? I read the title of this one, I didn't read it at all, and I'm like, this is gonna be good. We're gonna do this one. Alright, please let me preface this by saying that I love my girlfriend and I love the fact that she is very passionate about her music. I think it's cute that she still plays in the band she formed in high school. They aren't bad and neither are the songs she writes, but that's not enough to live off. Okay. Okay. They play in pubs or the occasional town festival, but all of them need to work a real job to pay bills. I'm not trying to devalue that. I'm currently at uni on scholarship, but I still need to work a part-time job to afford rent. My girlfriend is a very kind and warm person, but she can also still be a bit naive about how the world works.
Brother,
Yeah, like I said, I did not go through these, so I'm kind of reacting with you guys. We met up with a few friends tonight, and at some point, the topic of our plans for future came up. My girlfriend said something along the lines of, maybe we're lucky and our music gets discovered, so I won't have to choose an adult career. She said it in a joking way, and all of our friends laughed except for me. She looked at me weirdly and asked why I was looking like that. I told her I just didn't think she could get her hopes up like that because her music was good, but not special enough for her to turn it into a career. Oh my god, that's harsh. That kind of killed the mood, and even though someone changed the topic quickly, my girlfriend stayed cold towards me. I decided to leave about 30 minutes later because it was getting late and I have uni tomorrow morning. When I told my girlfriend that we had to go, she said that I should go without her and she'll be staying with a friend tonight. When I got home, I texted her, asking her to please let me know when they left and when they got to her friend's place because I wanted to know that she made it there safe. She left me on read, and even though it's past the time she usually stays out, she still hasn't texted me. I'm actually a little pissed off right now because why is she being so childish right now? What I said was objectively true, and she'll have to realize that at some point. Okay, first of all, saying this in front of her friends and your friends at a dinner? A little much. Typical male. Truly. If he's in college, maybe she's also in her 20s, yeah. I don't think this is old enough to be this much of an asshole about her band. Exactly, they're in college. When you're that age, you don't think anything in the real world until I feel like you hit 25. And of course she's joking about it. If she's fully just gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna do anything the rest of my life, I'm just gonna play in a band and not have a job and da-da-da, then yeah, you can have some concern about it, but getting mad at her and then saying she's childish for leaving you on read when you probably embarrassed her in front of her friends. You were just being an asshole. If my partner ever said that to me while I was trying to pursue something musically with my friends or something, gone. Bye. Also, music not being special does not necessarily mean no success. Exactly. You could say that about so many bands. What was the point of saying that? What was the point of saying it in front of other people? It was mean and hurtful and served no purpose other than to belittle her in front of a group of friends. She said it in a joking manner, not a serious conversation. Literally exactly what we said. Insulting, belittling a girlfriend in front of other people is a giant red flag. Could not agree more. Yeah, he's either business or finance, 100%, because he clearly doesn't get it. Yeah, fuck this guy. He is the asshole. Boo. I wish I had something. He's the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend his music sounds terrible? So kind of taking a different role on this one. I, 32 female, am in a relationship with a guy, 36 male, who is a musician. Don't get me wrong, he's a really talented artist, very creative and original, and usually I enjoy his work. He has always been a great instrumentalist, but he isn't what you would call a gifted singer. He wasn't born with a good singing voice. However, over the years, he has trained his voice, and I must admit his singing has improved drastically. Oh no, We're not starting out strong. Recently, he told me about a concept he was working on for a song, which I thought was really cool. I offered to work with him on the song and wrote the lyrics for it. Oh, I'm a professional writer. Okay. He loved the lyrics, and he was really excited to start composing the song. Today, he sent me a demo of the song. ... And let's just say it isn't his best work. The concept and melody are really interesting and cool, but the vocals... They actually sound like a cat being castrated without anesthesia. I'm curious to know what genre this would be then. Obviously, I want what's best for him, so I decided to not blow smoke up his ass and tell him the truth. I said it sounds like a banshee howling in pain, and that maybe he should redo the vocals. I meant to say it in a lighthearted, joking kind of way. In parentheses, we both have a dark, twisted sense of humor and have made such comments and jokes before, so it isn't as mean as it sounds, and he knows that. However, he got pretty offended and went off on me about not believing in him and his music. I wish we could hear it. This would make it so much better. I got upset because I've always been supportive of his music career, and I genuinely believe he is talented. However, he asked for criticism and brutal honesty, so he got it. How is it my fault that he couldn't handle it? I didn't say that the song sucked, just that he needed to redo the vocals in a range that suits his voice. I explained myself after the banshee comment. But, he's still pretty upset and says I'm being unsupportive. So please tell me, guys, am I the asshole for being honest with him about this, or should I have just fake praised him to not hurt his feelings, even though he did ask for brutal honesty? I think I will say that is a little harsh. Even the brutal honesty, even if you guys are joking, if someone sat there and told me, hey, your music, what did she say? That was wild. I said it sounds like a banshee howling in pain and that maybe he should redo the vocals. That's harsh. If you're dating someone who's been a musician for a good portion of their lives, and you say he's a very talented artist, very creative and original, and you say I usually enjoy his work, and then all of a sudden, you're like, hey, it sounds like a cat's being castrated, I hate this, this is so bad. That would throw me in for a loop as well. Here, let's read the edit. I just wanted to mention something. I wasn't trying to be insulting when I said, you shriek like a banshee. I was trying to put things into context. We love horror. We call each other Emily and Vic, Corpse Bride, Tiff and Chucky, or Sally and Jack, Mina and Drac, so it wasn't that out of the ordinary. That's why his reaction genuinely threw me off. I thought he'd laugh, but he's still mad, so I don't know what to do. Okay. Yeah, it is a little cringy, but that's okay. We're not here to judge.
12 seconds later.
Yeah, millennial cringe. I mean, they are 32 and 36. So it kind of makes sense. The boyfriend is almost my age. I hope you and your partner don't call each other Emily and Vic or Tiff and Chucky. Jesus Christ. There is an update, so let's read the update. It says, so, I found out why he was so mad. He had shared his work with his best friend. He values his opinion, and that guy ended up saying really mean shit about it. Oh. So when I said what I did, it really struck a nerve. He wasn't upset about the banshee part. He was just upset because I had never said anything bad about his work before. That's what we said. And I said it kind of just made everything worse because he never expected that from me. I had no idea about the interaction with his friend, but yep, I definitely feel like the asshole now. Okay, that gives a little bit more context. I can see why he was upset. Like, if I showed my photos to my fiance and he was like, yeah, those look like shit, I would be upset and I would start crying. Even if I said be brutally honest, I would be a little bit sad. So again, I get both sides, but I do think she's a little bit of an asshole in this one. Not as mean as the last guy. That guy was just controlling and weird. But this one just a little bit. Just a bit. Am I the asshole for listening to inappropriate music in front of my husband? Uh-oh. I, 23 female, picked up my husband, 30 male, from his job this evening. I've been really getting into music like Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion lately. Their music really boosts my confidence. I don't really listen to music outside of when we go to church. But my therapist told me I should explore my sexuality since I've been having issues with my confidence, partly because of my husband. Our intimate life hasn't been the best lately, and I don't know why. Every time I approach him for intimacy, he brushes me off and becomes distant. He has no problem with hugs or kisses, but he does not show any attraction towards me anymore. Okay. Anyhow, I was exploring my Spotify and decided to give these artists a chance. I really enjoyed listening to Hot Pink. It made me feel comfortable in my skin and sexy for once. When my husband becomes cold to me, I have just started the habit of going on a walk and listening to my music. When I picked him up, I was listening to Like That by Doja Cat when my husband opened the door. When he heard the lyrics, he suddenly became furious, which was really out of character for him. He asked me where the music was coming from, how I could listen to such inappropriate things, and even going as far as accusing me of cheating. He refused to enter my car and took an Uber home. He hasn't looked me in the eyes and has made me sleep on the couch. So Reddit, am I the asshole for listening to music with inappropriate lyrics in front of my husband? I'm sorry, this makes me physically ill. Ill? Yeah, this guy, he's 1000% the asshole. I don't even know. Let's listen to that song.
That's my way. Do it like that and I repeat. Don't be scared.
Let me look up the lyrics for that quickly, though. Nothing like crazy.
Afraid, just like that. Come my way.
For all these Am I the Assholes, a lot of them have a common theme of their partner's music and not liking what they listen to, which seems to be an issue in a lot of relationships. And of course, you're going to have a huge gap in what you listen to because he's 30, you are 23. I don't think a 30-year-old man is going to be listening to Doja Cat, first of all. So there was another thread that I guess got deleted where the OP said, my husband and I met through our church when I was 16, and we didn't date until I was 19, and we got married a year later. So, this is just controlling right off the bat. He's pissed because she's getting older, and he can't control her anymore. She was 16, so if she was 16, he was 23. Scary. Even if this wasn't an age gap and it was just this story, it's kind of sad and just crazy. Your partner isn't affectionate towards you because you're listening to Doja Cat and she wants to feel good about herself. Something's wrong in his head. This one is crazy. Am I the asshole for not wanting my son to only listen to classical music and taking away his Spotify account and YouTube because he refuses to listen to anything else? I'm sorry. What? My 13-year-old son has a Spotify account which I was paying for. About a month ago when I was looking through his phone, I noticed that all of the albums that he had saved in his account were classical music or opera. And I mean all of them, which were probably hundreds of albums. God forbid my kid listens to classical music. I asked him if he listens to any other kind of music and he said no. I told him that he should listen to other kinds of music too and he just shrugged. A week later, I asked him if he considered what I said and listened to anything else. Again, he said no. I don't want to overly police what kind of music my son listens to, but I, at the same time, don't want him to be completely closed-minded. Don't really smart kids listen to classical music? Isn't that a thing for, like, known younger kids enjoy classical music and they're very smart? Okay. I told him that he can still listen to classical music and opera, but he needs to include some other genres as well and tell me about what he listens to. I don't care what other genres they are, I just want him to change things up a bit. He rolled his eyes at me, and I told him that if he doesn't do so, I'll take away his Spotify? You fucking asshole! Oh my god! Okay. I asked him again about a week ago and got the same answer, so I followed through and removed the Spotify from his phone and stopped paying for his account. I also blocked YouTube for him? Jesus Christ. Instead, I gave him a CD player and a bunch of my old CDs. I even gave him some jazz albums since I thought he might enjoy them. He threw a giant fit and started crying, saying I have no right to control what kind of music he listens to, and that it isn't even listening to anything explicit. I pointed out to him that I actually don't have a problem with him listening to explicit music, and that I only want to diversify the genres he listens to. I also reminded him that he's 13 years old, which means that I have every right to control his music. Hold on. Literally says who? I don't see that anywhere that you can control your child's music. As of today, he has refused to listen to any of the CDs. I told him that he won't get Spotify and YouTube back until he actually starts listening to them, but he just seems to be stubborn for the sake of being stubborn. No, maybe he just wants to fucking listen to classical music and not your shitty CDs that are probably from the 80s, the 70s, that are terrible and aren't even remotely close to classical. Like, what's so bad about classical and opera? This kid could be listening to hyperpop. He could be listening to JoJo Siwa. He's listening to classical music at 13. That's unheard of. If my kid listened to that, I'd be like, hell yeah, Jimmy, this is great. I love that you love classical. I guess I think of it from my perspective as well. My dad hated all of the hardcore music I listened to. He thought it was satanic and bad. It is not great. But he didn't take it away from me. That is one thing I think if he did take it away, it would have been worse. Is this really the hill you want to die on? Of all things to punish your kid for, this is ridiculous. He prefers classical music, so what? Why is it so bad for him to have preferences? This post should be on the R insane parents thread. Honestly, yeah. Music is such like a freedom type of feeling to have, like I can listen to anything. And you take that away from your child, sickening. I hate it. Imagine telling that to your friends. Like, yeah, my dad took away my Spotify and my YouTube and gave me his CD player to listen to his shitty AC/DC CDs. He'd get bullied. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that the music she listens to doesn't make her special? I am 23 and my sister is 15, so she's in her, oh my god, acting like a total C-word all the time phase. He has to be British. I feel like we do not say that word that much in America. I mean that in the nicest way possible. She's my sister and I love her and I was fucking annoying at one point too. Okay. I like everything pink and I'm super girly and my music taste reflects that. My sister is like the complete opposite. She likes black and edgy music. So she probably likes My Chem. I'm guessing it's My Chem. Oh, okay. She's in her emo phase at the moment, which I can relate heavily to when I was like her when I was 15 too. It's My Chem or Pierce the Veil. I was staying over and we were talking about music and she asked me what I listened to. I told her and she laughed a little bit and said I only listen to basic music where she listens to more underground tracks. She went on a rant about the music she likes and how different we are. She is me. I am her. I just told her that she's not special just because she listens to songs that no one has heard about. She said I am a total stereotype. Like, yeah, I guess I am the blonde, pink-loving, and dumb stereotype, but she's literally the angsty teen stereotype, so... She called me a bimbo and a slut because I've had a lot of boyfriends, which I don't know how that's relevant to the conversation, but okay. This sounds kind of fake. What? She called me a bimbo. That's such a funny word. Our mom overheard us arguing and was saying how I'm an adult and shouldn't be mean to her even though I was just telling her to not be such a brat. The brat summer. My parents are totally on my sister's side. I literally don't know why they care so much. We didn't even have a serious argument. If they wouldn't have said anything, it probably would have been forgotten about the next day. And then she said, edit, I didn't mean the you're not special comment in a mean way. We tease each other all the time and she might have took me too seriously. I feel like this one is so lighthearted. There's nothing bad about this one. Like, I think I'm in this position as well. When I was younger, my sister's tastes, both of mine and I, were pretty different. And I was kind of in this scenario. I don't think the OP is an asshole. The sister's not an asshole. That's kind of like a sisterly thing to do, I feel like. Just kind of jokingly. She called me a bimbo and a slut. That's kind of funny. I don't think she's the asshole. The sister's fine. Again, she likes My Chem. The OP probably likes Claro and Phoebe Bridgers. And maybe Charlie XCX. I'm on both sides. I wonder if she has some kind of self-esteem issues or perhaps she's been bullied by the pretty girls to make her so... What the fuck is that word?
Vociferously.
React to your comments. I don't think it's this serious. It's possible that she could have been bullied and she doesn't like that stereotype, which I feel like could lead to the conclusion of her calling her a bimbo and a slut. It is a little harsh, but I can guarantee my siblings and I have called each other some of the same words. So I feel like that's just kind of siblings banter. Just how to bant. Last one. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend if she could play more normal music at home? This one's wild. My girlfriend has and eclectic music taste that we had a big argument about last night. We live together and have a great sound system in the shared areas of the house, kitchen, living room, dining room, etc. And when I play music, I usually put on an album or two to listen to straight through. Okay. My girlfriend likes to put on playlists, and last night she put on, in this order, I honestly just have to write out this playlist because it's crazy. Okay, Friends in Low Places, banger. Can't complain. If I heard that on while I was cleaning the house, okay. Thieving Mag. What? Okay, go off. Love that for her. Next, we have Pink Rover by Scene Queen. What is this?
Pink Rover, please send the coward over. And if that bastard whistles, put a knife up to his bone or cut him. Do you like that?
What is this? What? Okay, so country, classical, that, and then do I know this song?
Something's taking over now. I wanna run, but I don't know how.
I feel like I'm playing DDR right now. I don't know this one. Dogma by KM
We all just want to die a little bit. We fear that pop culture is the only kind of culture we're ever going to have. We want to stop reading magazines, stop watching TV, stop caring about Hollywood. But
I will say, this is cringy, but you like what you like, you know? I'm sure someone would say jazzy drum and bass is cringy. Okay, so that in order. She has taste. I would get down with every single one of those songs. I'm not gonna lie. After that point, I asked her if she could just pick one playlist or album, or at least something more normal, and put it on because her music was kind of all over the place. She said that she was playing a playlist she made and that it was just what she wanted to listen to when she was doing chores. I kind of joking around, but also a little annoyed, asked what playlist it was because it seemed unhinged. She was like, it's my cleaning playlist. It's just good music to get up and move around or dance to, like high energy stuff, you know? I agree. I was like, there's girly pop. Ew, get the fuck out of here. I hate when men use that word. There's girly pop, classical music, and industrial noise in there though. And she was like, yeah, that's some of what I like. Exactly, okay. I asked her if she could put on something a little less chaotic, and she said she was cleaning our kitchen. The least I could do is not talk shit about her music taste. Exactly, shut up. You could clean the kitchen. Why aren't you cleaning the kitchen? Put on your shitty albums like Pitbull and Diplo and G-Eazy. I was like, but you gotta realize it's a little out there, right? And she was like, nah, these are all bangers. Why are you being such a dick? I don't talk shit when you want to listen to the same 3 bands every day. Beep, beep, beep. Ooh, NF and Hobson? Oh. Red flag. Oh. I feel kind of conflicted because on one hand, her music was weird as fuck, and I feel like it's just common courtesy to play stuff that's at least kind of chill and could be background music in a shared space. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to put something more normal on? This guy is 1000% the asshole. Again, thinking about it, if I was in this scenario, and if I was cleaning the kitchen, and I was playing music, and my partner came in and he was just like, hey, why are you playing this? Can you change it? It sounds like shit. I'd be like, get out. You clean the kitchen. I don't know anyone who doesn't like this Garth Brooks song. It goes so hard. It's such a good song. Any of these songs, I'd be like, especially Cascada. Hello? This one is just silly. Like, grow up. I haven't been with a partner ever who I hated their music taste. There was one guy. Oh no. You want to know what he listened to? Oh my god. Someone said it earlier. He loved NF. I don't know what I was thinking. I was at a low point in my life, and I hated his music taste. It was atrocious. And he loved NF. It is incel rap. It is So bad. It's just as bad as Hobson. What is Hobson? I need to put my Spotify in private for that. Jesus Christ. Don't? Am I gonna get in trouble? Is it like playing Ronnie Radke? I shouldn't have even said that. He's like